punching, he's dropping bombs.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. In association with Fox Sports and Team Alice Boxing, welcome to Once Upon a Time at the Melbourne Pavilion. 10 huge bouts this evening, culminating with the ANBF Australian Bantamweight title on the line with local boy and challenger, the Magic Man, Mark Schliebs versus the champion, Robert Trigg. And without further ado, up our first bout of the evening, making his way out to the blue corner, Christian Pocev.
Why you claim that you rich, that's a false claim. I be straight to the whip, no baggage claim. Whole lot of styles, can't even pronounce the name. You ain't got no style, see you on my Instagram. I be rocking it like it's fresh out the pen. Only when I'm taking pics, I'm the middleman. Walk talking like a boss, I just lift a hand. 3 million cash, call me Rain Man. Money like a shot, that's my rain days.
Making his debut, Christian Pocev. And his opponent making his way out to the red corner, Mathew Smith.
Opening bout of the evening here between Christian Pocev and Mathew Smith. Looking forward to this clash here. This is a super welterweight contest between two stars. And for me, Christian Pocev is definitely one that's on the way in the welterweight division. Mathew Smith more of a sort of a journeyman who's had a few fights, 12 in fact, and it's going to be a tough test for him against an up-and-coming star in Christian Pocev. What are your thoughts on this, the Shamrock in Stevie Kelly?
Yeah, look, very interesting. We've seen Manny around the blocks a few times before, you know, and he's always been very slow to get out of the blocks, and I'd like to see him just get on that jab, because Pocev, as we know, has got very, very fast hands from his amateur days. He's a very, very tricky fighter, and he'll be looking to get Manny out of there early.
Yeah, looking at Mathew Smith's last couple of fights, he sort of seemed a little gun shy, so he's got to really let his hands go. Christian Pochev's going to use his hand speed and really connect with those right hands and cause Mathew Smith a lot of problems. So Mathew Smith's got to find a way to sort of get on the inside, and you know, he can also use his reach as well. He's got a quality left lead, Mathew Smith, and sort of keep Christian Pocev away, because if Pochev's on the inside, well, he's going to cause some damage on Mathew Smith.
Yeah, Pocev, as I alluded to earlier, he's got very, very fast hands, and Mathew Smith, if I was Manny, just keep it long. Keep it long. Keep the jab in his face and just hit and move, and maybe just try and upset the rhythm of the young 21-year-old.
So Pocev in centre ring now, and Mathew Smith sort of backing up a little bit. That's what Mathew Smith doesn't want. He doesn't want Pocev on the front foot. Otherwise, he's going to be in all sorts of issues. Micheliti separates them, and now they're back into the centre of the ring. Look at that right hand, connected perfectly there, Stevie Kelly.
Yeah, beautiful shot over the top. Manny just carrying that left hand low, and that's always the danger, that right hand coming over the top. And Manny just really needs to tighten up the guard a bit now.
Yeah, Mathew Smith from training out of the Rumble room there, and he's got quality people in his corner, Grant Brown and also Zach Dynamo Dunn. Dynamo Dunn getting ready for his fight in November against Bo Gibbs. Yeah,
long-term trainer Mathew Smith, Glenn Welch, has gone away on holiday, so both Grant Brown and Zach Dunn have helped Matty out tonight, as Matty's been down in the Boxing Fit gym in Port Melbourne doing a bit of sparring down there with the boys, so two boys decided to help Matty out tonight, which is good of them.
At the moment, Pocev really letting his hands go against Mathew Smith. He's not seeming a little gun shy. He's really going all in. Mathew Smith lands a nice right hand there as we just speak. The commentators curse, but what do you make of this start, Stevie Kelly?
Look, the big difference here is just the accuracy of Pocev compared to Matty. Matty's been letting his hands go, but the accuracy just hasn't been there yet. But Pocev has just been landing those big shots over the top, and that left hand coming up underneath. has really been finding the target on the bridge of Matty Smith's nose, and Matty just really needs to start moving his head and tightening up that guard a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough night at the office if Pocev lets his hands go for 4 rounds, but 10 seconds left in the round here. And what's going to make of the final 10 seconds? Pocev has some good attack there and puts Matty Smith on the back foot. So that was a good round there for, I thought, Igor Pocev. He landed the cleanest shots compared to Mathew Smith. You agree with that, Stevie Kelly?
Yeah, look, Pocev, look, won the round nice and clearly there, but Matty Smith gave him plenty to talk about, as he just landed a clean right hand there towards the end, but then Pocev just stepped up. And as you can see here, just the aggression of Pocev.
Yeah, he's always on the front foot, Igor Pocev, and Matty Smith was sort of backtracking a little bit in the sort of last minute and a half of that round, but he's got all to do, Matty Smith. He's going to get the victory here tonight because the heavy favourite coming into the fight was Igor Pocev. He's a 2-time Victorian amateur champion, Pocev.
Yeah, for a pro debut, I'm very impressed.
So going to get underway here in the second round, and Pocev on the front foot, sort of continuing his sort of vain form in that first round, and he'll look to continue that trend.
Yeah, I like just as his pro debut, you know, his first night under the big lights. He's going to have that nervous energy about him, but if he can just settle down and show a bit of composure in there, Pocev, I think he's got the tools there to take Matty out.
Yeah, definitely on the outside, Matty Smith's going to have some success with that jab, but he's just the work rate at the moment. Igor Pocev is causing a lot of problems for Matty Smith. Don't forget, Igor Pocev is actually from the Lions Den Boxing Academy, and you know, he's trained by his uncle there in Igor Pocev. So a very good camp down there. They've got some other fighters as well, Arnold Pellerman and also Christian Choi, a former Cameroon Commonwealth Games athlete. But a few landed signature shots there by Christian Pocev, the pretty boy, looking very, very smart and very, very good in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, and as you say that, Matty's just landed a straight 1-2 combo down the middle there. So, you know, Pocev, he just doesn't want to switch off here. He still doesn't want to get caught by the wily old Matty Smith. As we said, Matty's been around. He's seen all this before. And he's been known to get through the rounds, Matty.
That's a nice left hook there on the inside there by pretty boy Pocev. And he fires that straight left jab, comes back with the right hand, and the right hand's really finding its mark throughout the contest. But going back to Matty Smith, in his last 3 fights, he's lost his last 3 against Nick Kerez, Joel Taylor, and also Jesse Travers. Some good quality fighters there, but I definitely think in the welterweight division, many people have to watch this boy, Christian pretty boy Pocev. He's on his way up. So both fighters in the centre of the ring here, and smart jabs and then gets out of the way. Just popping and moving here, Christian pretty boy Pocev, and Matty Smith sort of smuggles Pocev there on the inside. Can Matty Smith sort of lift up his output in the next, couple of rounds?
Well, look, I think he needs to. I mean, I don't know if he can, because I just think the pace that Christian Pocev is set at the moment might just be a bit too much for the legs of Matty. Matty's well into his 30s now, and Pocev's young, young 21. He's hungry. He's got momentum on his side. He's just had a big switch over from the amateurs. And he's got that lovely, entertaining style to watch. So I think, Matty, if I was Matty, I'd start roughing up. I'd make it ugly. Just try and upset the rhythm of Pocev a bit.
That's definitely what Matty Smith has to do, but Pocev, 10-1 in his amateur record, and as I mentioned before, 2-time Victorian amateur champion, has been training with Darcy Ellis, Shady Suat, the WBF Australian super lightweight champ, as well as Nick Themalakis for this camp. So, I mean, there would have been some good quality sparring there heading into Matty Smith.
Yeah, without a doubt, I reckon you go down to Team Ellis Gym on any given Sunday and you'll see some absolute top quality rounds with the amount of boys they've got sparring through there. A lot of the lads that feature on their shows, they go down there sparring every Sunday, and it's good. It's good preparation, they look after the fighters, and it's good to see.
So I thought another good quality round there by Christian pretty boy Pocev. In the last 30 seconds, he really landed that right hand even more. He's very, very slick, but Matty Smith is a real sort of strong journeyman. And, he's providing a stern test here for the young boy, the 21-year-old in Pocev. 8-0 in the professional ranks, and also Zach Dynamo Dunn.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to seeing the return of Zach Dunn in November. Big punch in super middleweight.
So back to the third round here, and Matty Smith sort of needs to lift his punch output, but at the moment Pocev is seeming very, very slick. in his first outing in the professional ranks. So he would have been a little bit nervous heading into this fight, you know, sort of not knowing what's going to happen. But, you know, he's seeming a little bit confident now, considering he's got sort of 2 rounds under his belt.
Yeah, look, he's still got a few tricks. We just heard Ignatius Misselidis tell him there, watch the shots at the back of the head. And, you know, he's still got a couple of tricks in his sleeve. He's got 2 great coaches in his corner, his uncle Igor.
Yeah, Igor Pocev, very experienced trainer, but watching him in the amateur ranks, he's a very, very sort of good quality counter puncher. He can fight off the back foot, but in this 3rd round, he's on the front foot and really maybe wants to sort of end the show.
Yeah, he's just trying to lift the work rate now, try and really put the pressure on Matty Smith. And this is what Matty doesn't need to do. He doesn't need to go big swings and misses. He's using up a lot of energy there, a lot of gas in the tank. He needs to just buckle down and keep his punches long and straight.
Step back, thank you. Fight.
Matthew Smith's last victory was actually against Robert Manito. That was a split decision victory, so they've had a fight, and that was his last decision back in 2017, the end of 2017.
Yeah, that was a good close fight, that. A lot of people calling for a rematch there for that one. Maybe we might see that down the line.
Yeah, we might see that in December sometime. Those 2 sort of warriors going head-to-head. But in the centre of the ring now, Pocev trying to look for that right uppercut. It's landed a few times here on Mathew Smith. Mathew Smith went for a right hand, but then look at that left hook there from Christian Pocev. That's world class.
Yeah, nice crisp left hook, land right on the temple of Matty Smith. And Matty Smith still standing there though. As I said, this is the fittest I've seen Matty. Conditioned, he's well conditioned to the fight now. And you know, Pocev's having to work for every minute of this.
Yeah, it looks like that his conditioning is definitely top-notch, Mathew Smith. But look at that right hand, that short right hand on the inside there from Christian Pocev. Landed flushly on Mathew Smith. And, you know, that's proving the real difference here. That right hand is definitely the money shot there.
Stop. Don't push him back, man. Don't push him back. Let's go. Fight.
On the inside of the ring, both fighters exchanging. And for me in this 3rd round, it's sort of a better round, I think, here for Christian Pocev. He had a quality 2nd round, but he's lifted his punch output even more and landing some cleaner shots in this 3rd round as well.
Yeah, exactly right. Look, I don't think Matty wants to take too many more of those left rips to the body, but they're there all day. He's been very smart. He's just touching upstairs and then bang, lands that left rip to the body. And I was even alluding to Jordan. I think Pocev could be one to watch in the future, but hats off to Matty Smith. He's making him work for Pocev's round.
He definitely made him work in that round. And, you know, he landed some clean shots there, Christian Pocev, as I said before. But on the inside, he's really having some success. And that counter left hook is a real class there from Christian Pocev. See on the inside, a little bit of that uppercut. Didn't cleanly connect there. But that's that right hand, that money shot that has sort of proved the difference throughout this fight. That and also the right uppercut. Best in the amateur ranks. Getting ready for this 4th and final round here. There's a little bit of reddening on the face there of Mathew Smith. But he's a warrior. He'll continue to fight on. And he's got a heart of a lion, Mathew Smith.
Step back, yeah, all right? Fight.
Looking at the welterweight division, you got some big names there. You look at Joel Camilleri, maybe you know, Christian Pocev along the line when he has maybe 7 or 8 bouts might come up against Joel Camilleri. I'd definitely like to see that fight against a sort of slick fighter himself in Joel Camilleri.
Yeah, look, all fights maybe down the line. It's hard to know. Obviously, Camilleri's way ahead of that at the moment. He's got a title fight coming up as well. I think in November. So it's a big division. Welterweight's a very popular division here, and there's going to be plenty of fights out there for Pocev. They just keep moving him along, keep stepping him up gradually. There's no rush. He's 21. He's got a lifetime ahead of him.
Yeah, definitely rack up the wins. Maybe get to 8 or 9-0 and then start looking for the big fish. Look at that right uppercut on the inside. Very, very powerful, that right uppercut. But Mathew Smith seems to wear it very, very well.
Yeah, beautiful little shot off the back foot and a cheeky little left hook behind it. And he goes and looks for it again, Pocev. And he's just having fun in there now, isn't he? And there's just a slight graze above the left eye of Matty Smith. And I don't know if it's an actual cut, but it looks like there's a graze above the left eye.
Yeah, it's not fully open yet, but at the moment, look at the slick movement here of Christian Pocev. He's very, very good defensively as well. He gets out of the way there of, the power punching from Matty Smith, and then comes back with some counter punches of his own.
Yeah, I think Matty Smith will be looking forward to hearing the final bell here. He's wearing a lot of shots in the last round, and Ignatius Missilides is looking at it closely, but he lands a good right hand of his own there, so Pocev just doesn't want to switch off.
Let him go.
Yeah, that's the thing. He doesn't want to switch off in the sort of final round and taste the canvas. But I think that Christian Pocev has got a very, very solid chin as well. Hasn't been tested yet against Mathew Smith, but at the moment he's really on the front foot, Christian Pocev, and making a statement in his first fight.
Yeah, beautiful little head movement there from Pocev again. It's all those little slips, and then he's making Matty Smith miss by millimeters, and every counter he does is 3 and 4. It's not single shots. He's putting together combinations every time. Very impressive. I'm really looking forward to seeing this kid again.
Yeah, definitely the first fight of the evening on the Team Alice card, and to see Christian Pocev get things underway, well, it's good on the eye, definitely. But he landed a right hand, a counter punch right hand. 10 seconds left to go in this final round of the welterweight contest.
Last 10 seconds. He's been trying his hardest to get Matty out there, but as I said, Matty's looking well conditioned to fit tonight. He's not going to get him out of there tonight, but a very, very brilliant, polished performance here tonight by Pocev, and the boys will be happy over at the Lions Den.
Great fight from both competitors, but for me, Christian Pretty Boy Pocev has done enough, and he looked very, very good in his first outing, but Matty Smith can definitely hold his head up high. That was a brilliant effort there against a good quality fighter in Christian Pretty Boy Pocev. Yeah, there's the right hand that Matty Smith tried to land, but look at that sort of defensive, evasive skills there of Pretty Boy Pocev, and definitely one to watch out for. Slick right uppercut on the inside. That's where he had a lot of success, sort of, on the inside of Matty Smith. Matty Smith has got the range, but really couldn't use it here against Pretty Boy Pocev.
Yeah, just that little lean back, that little side step. Every time when Matty was just that bit slow on the jab, and that right hand counter over the top. And it worked from round 1 all the way through to round 4.
Let's hear it for these two young warriors, ladies and gentlemen. First bout of the evening. Christian Pocev, Matty Smith. After 4 exciting rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Andrew Campbell scores at 40-36. Judge Brett Manton scores at 40-36. Judge Christopher Moxon scores at 40-36. Your winner, the man they call the Pretty Boy, from the blue corner, Christian Pocev.